So I heard something the other day and it resonated with me, so I wanted to share it with you guys. There was this guy on the news and he was talking about how he had just lost his girlfriend in the Tennessee explosion, right? Someone was interviewing him from the news. And he wasn't dramatic. He was actually very calm. He wasn't even trying to be deep, right? He was just being real and expressing how he felt. And one thing he said was, I've lost a lot in my life. And he said, I've learned that you never really feel the voids of the people or things that you've lost, right? You never really feel the voids of the things that you've lost that meant a lot to you. He said, you just learn to build around the voids. And when he said that, it really resonated with me because it's so true. Like, there's so many things in our lives that we're never going to get back, right? Or at least not in that way, right? People we can't replace, right? Moments we can't recreate. And for so long, we're waiting for God to take this pain away, right? To fill this empty space, to restore what was lost. And he is a restorer, but sometimes he doesn't restore that same thing, right? Sometimes he gives us grace to live without it, right? Grace to live with the voids, grace to live with the pain that we carry. And we learn to build around those voids. We learn to build around it, right? And it made me think of Apostle Paul, like when he asked God, to remove the thorn from his side, right? That thorn hurt, right? It wasn't a metaphor to him. It was real pain. And God didn't say, okay, let me heal you and take the pain away. He didn't say that. As a matter of fact, he said no. And Paul asked him 3 times. And God is like, no, my grace is sufficient for you, right? In other words, God was saying, I'm not going to take it away. I'm going to teach you how to carry it. I'm going to teach you how to build around it, okay? That thorn can also be symbolic of a void, because that's what a void is, right? It's that place in your life that stings. It's that thing that you can't explain, that you can't shake, that you can't fix, whatever it is. It's that area that makes you uncomfortable. It's that silent ache that sits in your chest when it comes to a certain person or a certain thing, right? That pain that makes you want to go back to the olden days, the good old days, right? Before you felt pain in that area. And we think healing means that God is going to remove it. But sometimes healing means that God is just going to build around it, and he's going to teach you how to steward that void, how to steward that pain. He doesn't just erase the pain all the time. He surrounds it with strength. He doesn't replace what was lost. He teaches you how to live without it ruling you, right? He does not replace every single loss. We spend so much time in our life trying to fill voids. But maybe the grace of God isn't just in filling it, right? Maybe it's in framing and shaping it. Maybe maturity isn't when the void goes away. Maybe it's when the void no longer controls your life, when you can move forward without thinking about it all the time. So yeah, this young man was just simply giving an interview about a person that he lost, that he loves, right? And he didn't know he was preaching a sermon, but he was, because he reminded me that some things will not be replaced or filled, but they don't have to be. You can still build around it. You can still grow as a person. You can still live, even with the space that never got filled, even with the space that still hurts. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I don't know who needed to hear that today, but maybe God isn't going to remove it. Maybe he's not going to replace it with something else. Maybe he's simply going to teach you how to build around it and how to carry it well, because his grace is sufficient for you. His grace is sufficient for me. So I pray that this blesses someone this morning. I love you guys, and happy Monday, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.